too slow. 1, 2, 3.
Please be seated. Chancellor Modica, members of the Board of Directors, deans, other members of the dais, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Dr. Glenn Jacobs, and I am the Provost of St. George's University. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the university's 55th commencement exercise for the School of Medicine, during which degrees will be conferred for the School of Medicine's class of 2022. Please rise for the national anthems of the United States of America, Grenada, and the United Kingdom, sung by Douglas H. Jabara. please remain standing as the Reverend Monsignor John O'Grady offers the invocation.
You may have noticed I'm using a cane, so I was wondering, is there a doctor in the audience? I guess there is. Not only that, there are future doctors. Not everybody believes in God. I think my experience is the more you get involved with science, the easier it is to become maybe yes, maybe no, to become an agnostic. I've never believed in the God of Aristotle, where God controls things, moves people around. Rather, I believe in a transcendent God, a God who supports me and you, encourages me and you, and most of the time the support and the encouragement comes from other people. So I say to you, a blessing is a gift, and we have all been blessed. We've been blessed by life. You have been blessed by family and friends. I pray, I hope, that you will continue to have many blessings in your life. You have completed your course of studies and soon will be doctors of medicine. May you not be troubled about yesterday or anxious about tomorrow. May you live this day fully and completely. May your faith be strengthened in the talents that you have been given and the education that you have received. May you follow courageously the oath that you will take to do no harm. When doubt and confusion about your purpose surround you, may your way be lighted, and may you have peace in the decisions that you must make. When new doors and opportunities open before you, may you make good decisions on behalf of those who are in need. May you use the knowledge you have gained in your studies to become a blessing for other people. When each day is done, may you have delight in knowing that the good work begun at St. George's will bring good to other people. And so I pray to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, the God of the Virgin of Nazareth, the God of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the God of Muhammad, the God of the Hindus and Buddhists and Sikhs, to the God of all times and places and all people. Amen.
I'll bring it for you. You got it? Please be seated. Thank you, Monsignor O'Grady. On the dais are School of Medicine administrators, deans, faculty, and guests. Please allow me to introduce the front dais guests to you. From the right, Senior Associate Dean, Clinical Studies, Dr. Robert Grant. Dean of Clinical Studies, UK, Mr. Rodney Croft. Dean of Alumni Affairs, Dr. C.V. Rao. Reverend Monsignor O'Grady. Chancellor, Dr. Charles R. Modica. Professor Emeritus, Dr. Robert Jordan. Dean of the School of Medicine, Dr. Marius Lucas. President, Dr. G. Richard Olds. Dean Emeritus of the School of Medicine, Dr. Stephen Weitzman. Executive Vice President of Clinical Affairs, US, Dr. Daniel Ricciardi. Dean of Academic Affairs, Dr. Sivajogi Bushnamath. Dean of Students, Dr. Lucy Kloons. Vice President and Dean Emeritus for Alumni Affairs, Margaret A. Lambert. Senior Associate Dean of Basic Sciences, Dr. Mark T. Kloons. Thank you. Now, I take great pleasure introducing Dr. Charles R. Modica, Chancellor and Chair of the Board of Trustees of St. George's University.
Good morning. It's such a pleasure to be here and to see you in a different way from the past few graduations. I think you would remember that we'd be looking at each other like you'd be different tiles across the top of my screen. And yeah. It didn't work for me. Did not work for me. Now we maybe have a problem with a jet flying over once in a while. That's probably Delta 703, that flight coming over now. It's a small price to pay. We're usually at Lincoln Center in New York City and Manhattan, but they're refurbishing Lincoln Center, and it's a good place. It's real, it's in person, and I miss that. They're looking at me like, oh God, this guy won't get emotional. He's this old Italian fool. I did yesterday. But permit me to say why. I'm the founding chancellor of St. George's University. I've been around the school since 1976. And for your friends and relatives and parents and everyone else, a founding chancellor is a person who founds a school and therefore, by virtue only of that, becomes the chancellor at 29 years old. It's a tough way to get a job, but it worked for me 46 years ago. But through these years, from the charter class on, I've been at these ceremonies, shaking hands, the first person to call you doctor. And the reason it means a lot to me, because I hardly know most of you. I used to teach in jurisprudence, in that course in jurisprudence, and they, I saw some of my ratings, and they said, you know, just do graduations, you're better off. My doctorate's in law. My mom would have liked to have been out there today, about, I don't know, 1970, when I went to medical school for a year and dropped out. And my mom took it pretty well as an Italian, second-generation Italian from Brooklyn. And I think she cried for about 2 weeks. That was pretty good. Could have been a month. And in my concession to my grandfather about what you're going to do with your life, now that you went from here to back down to here, I agreed to go to law school. I hadn't thought of it before my meeting with my grandfather that day. But it calmed my mom down. And the reason I give you this story is I can honestly tell you that academically I was never at the top of the heap. I was, you know, hovering around somewhere the B range, and happy to do that. I went to law school after 1 year of medical school. I was number one in my class of 300 students. Okay? Now, I don't say that to brag. I'm bragging about you, for your parents and friends and relatives. If you know why I get emotional, medical school, to me, was about 10 times as difficult as law school. Sorry if there's any lawyers here, but I got a JD, and I'm sorry. So I have a great respect for you. I've had a great respect for the charter class on. That was the class that, in this controversial new school with a chancellor that's barely the age of the students. We had to make it or break it early on. And then they took the national boards for the first time. Second highest pass rate in the world for the first charter class. Yeah. We did that for 2 more years. See, I'm bragging about them because they follow this. We did that for 2 more years, and we second or first of all the international schools pass rates. And you know what they did to reward us? They changed the exam. They wouldn't let us take the same exam the U.S. students were taking anymore. And we had a few legal things going on. It was a crazy time. And then they went back to the same exam. So the reason I talk about these things is these people here are not good. They're the best. They're the best of any graduates of any medical school. We got another flyover to celebrate that, you see? And you did it the hard way. We had one class that had an intervention, a revolution, a hurricane. Your particular class had a certain virus, a pandemic. I didn't know how you would do when that all happened, and you were with medical students all over the world suffering a similar fate at that time. But I said, you know, if anyone will do well, it'll be our students, because they've always done well. And you did. It wasn't fun, but I'm so glad that we're in person again, we're live again. I was at a wedding in December of a friend whose son was getting married, a famous golfer, won't mention his name, and they sat me next to one of the in-laws of this particular golfer, and I said, hi, I'm Charlie Modica, I know so-and-so, and he goes, oh yeah, I know, I sat next to you, I was sat next to you intentionally. I go, oh, great, what do you do? He goes, I'm Dr. So-and-so, I'm the dean of the medical school down in one of the medical schools in Texas. I go, wow, I go, no wonder, and we started talking. You know what he said to me? He said, when I was the chief of surgery at this hospital in Texas, one of my best residents ever was a St. George's graduate, and I've had many St. George's graduates, and there's something different about them. We had another U.S. dean who became our dean, Dr. Stephen Ayers, probably 20, 25 years ago, said the same thing. So this continues. When we wanted to seek a really powerful president of this university, Dr. Olds, who'll speak a little later, the first meeting I had with Dr. Olds, he said, you know, the reason I'm coming and considering this job, he was the dean of the first new medical school in California for 40 years. He was the dean. The Board of Regents of California chose him to lead that school into accreditation. He was there for 6 or 7 years, and he was looking for something else to do. The first meeting I had, he said, the reason I'm here is I've done this, I've done that, I've been top of the heap in the U.S., but there's something about your school, St. George's. I've had residents and know of people who've graduated. There's something different about them, something special. They're hungry. They're willing to always go out a little bit more than other medical graduates, and they want to continue to prove themselves, and they have a great deal of pride. They don't have their noses up in the air. They have a great deal of pride. And the reason I'm talking about all of them, because that's you now. That's this class. Yeah. So if you're around the periphery of this event right now, I got to tell moms, dads, friends, and family, you have a great class here. You have a reason to be especially proud, because these are the people that are going to be the stories 5 or 10 years from now. You're exceptional, and I'm so proud to be part of the ceremony.
Well, I'm the before-mentioned Dr. Richard Olds, the president of St. George's University, and it's my pleasure to welcome the graduates, the family, the friends, and loved ones in the audience to the 2022 Commencement for the School of Medicine at St. George's University. And I can tell you, I am so glad that we're having it now in person. You know, in fact, there are members of the class of 2021 and 2020 that have joined this group to have the opportunity to walk across the stage in front of their families and friends. And so not only are you the class of 2022, but you are actually representatives of several years of St. George's graduates. And we're all very proud of you. Now, many of you know that I'm actually a tropical disease specialist, and so I've spent most of my life working throughout the world in many other countries. And I was always struck by the fact that in many countries of the world, among the national heroes of those countries are often found physicians. In fact, for over 30 years, I worked in the Philippines, and the national hero for the country of the Philippines is Dr. Jose Rizal. Now, Dr. Rizal was a physician, but I should tell you I have absolutely no idea whether he was a very good doctor or not, because he's not the national hero of the Philippines for his professional activities. He's the national hero of the Philippines because in addition to his professional activities, he spoke out against the atrocities committed by the Spanish occupying government that occupied his country for 400 years. And for that, he was taken out in front of a firing squad and shot. Now, I'm not suggesting to any of you that you need to face a firing squad to prove that you're a hero. But it does make the point that as physicians, we have a responsibility to do more than just take care of individual patients. We have to try to improve the health of our communities, of our country, yes, the health of our world. And we certainly can see today that all of those entities need a bit of help. So part of being a hero is the ability to do more than just what the job describes. Perhaps the second aspect of being a hero is the idea of some personal risk. Now, physicians have had personal risk in the carriage of their responsibilities for as long as physicians existed. It may have started during the Middle Ages, during the Black Death. Certainly was true in this country in 1918 during the Spanish flu epidemic. I am old enough to remember the beginning of the HIV pandemic, where we had no idea where that disease came from, how it was transmitted, and many physicians actually refused to care for AIDS patients. As an infectious disease specialist, I saw many of them die in person. And now, through the pandemic that we are all experiencing as I speak, clearly all members of the healthcare profession have taken some personal risk in the carriage of their responsibilities. In fact, as a result, there have literally been thousands of deaths among doctors and nurses around the world as a result of our caring for those patients. And if you doubt that the world cares about that activity, I'd point out where on designated times, people came out in the streets and on the balconies of their apartments and they cheered for healthcare workers, undoubtedly in recognition of that additional risk and responsibility we take as doctors. Now, you're all going to be graduating today, and I'm all very proud of you. One thing that the chancellor also mentioned that I agree with, I know you are all extremely well-trained physicians. You didn't get here without working very hard. The faculty taught you a great deal. You are clearly now highly competent in both the art and the practice of medicine. So as you cross the stage today, I'm confident that each and every one of you will become great doctors. But it is my hope today that at least a few of the graduates will also be heroes. Thank you and God bless. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the Distinguished Service Award winners. We have 3 graduations, as you know, and we highlight one Distinguished Service Award winner, and each commencement exercise. All three are present in your program, along with a much more extensive bio that I'm about to give. But today we are honoring Dr. Robert Jordan. Now, Dr. Jordan has worked in key positions at St. George's University for almost 40 years. He's been a professor and chairman of the Department of Anatomical Sciences. He's been Associate Dean of Students, he's been Associate Dean of Admissions, and was finally the Dean of the Keith B. Taylor Program in the United Kingdom in Newcastle, England. Now, Dr. Jordan received his PhD in anatomy and teratology at the University of Cincinnati and did a fellowship at the National Institute of Health and was on the faculty of the Medical College of Virginia. During that time, he came to St. George's as a visiting professor. In fact, he did that for 3 years until I assume Dr. Modica and others convinced him to become part of our regular faculty, and he has served with distinction for the last 40 years. I'd like to ask Dr. Robert Jordan to join me here on the stage, along with Chancellor Modica, to receive the Distinguished Service Award from our university.
You don't say anything, right? This is not in the script. Most of the things I say are in the script. But I met Bob 40 years ago, and he really let the, I hate to say it, it's almost 43 years. 43 to be exact. He made the Department of Anatomical Science come alive. I mean, think about that little, in many ways. But he has been so integrated into the soul of this university that we thought it'd be a good ceremony to give him this very special medal. So thanks for bearing with us on it. Thanks.
Hello. So graduates, in the next part of the program, you will transition from a graduate to a graduate, from a medical student to a medical doctor. This part of the ceremony is for you and consists of three steps. The first step will require Chancellor Modica to formally confer your MD degrees. The second part, which is the fun part, is that you will be hooded and you present it with the diplomas. And the third part is the recitation of the academic oath. Chancellor Modica will now formally confer your degrees. Will the candidates of Doctor of Medicine please stand?
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. It is with the greatest admiration and utmost respect that I, Charles Modica, Chancellor of St. George's University, by virtue of the authority vested in me pursuant to the Grenada Act of Parliament of 1976 as amended, upon the recommendation of the faculty and deans of the School of Medicine, do hereby confer upon the members of these graduating classes the degree of Doctor of Medicine. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor Modica. Please be seated. So I'm still your dean for the next maybe 45 minutes. So you have to go with some stills. You need to listen to my orders here. So it's time for the second part of the ceremony, which is the hooding and the presentation of the diplomas. We will need 5 doctors of medicine candidates at each time to come on stage. They will be hooded by Dr. Rayburn, Croft, Olds, Coy, and George. The hooders, please. First, please hand your hood to one of these faculty. After you're hooded, please hand your name card to Dr. Weitzman. When your name is called, walk across the stage to the chancellor, who will present you with a diploma, and pictures will be taken by our official photographers. Please make sure you look excellent, great hair, the whole 9 yards, because TikTok, Facebook, Instagram is gonna be on fire.
What's that? Yeah. Right. Yes. Yeah. Go ahead. Put away. Dr. Joel Farber from Iowa. Somebody. Yeah, let's keep. Dr. Wade Atala from California. Dr. Alexander Flores from California. Dr. Shilpa Kamani from the United States. Give me your card. Thank you.
Okay. Got it. Thank you so much.
Dr. Diana Singh from New York. Savory. What's it? Sahil. Dr. Sahil Savory from New Jersey. Dr. Matthew DeLuca from Pennsylvania. Dr. Sudash Sagram Singh from Florida. Dr. Miata Elvina Williams from Texas. You got your card? Dr. Okiji Wasu Hickman from Illinois. Dr. Janica Kampayan from Florida. Yeah, say it for me. Dr. Diana Opiyama Omayani from Maryland. Yeah. Dr. Skylar Bernard from Florida. Dr. Amanda Laura from Florida. Go ahead, put the hood on, please. Here, give me your card. Yeah, thank you. Dr. Clayton James from Arizona. Dr. Toyin Ingram from Nigeria. Dr. Chancey Lopez from New Mexico. Dr. Pooja Matador from Kentucky. Dr. Kevin Lamoureux from Puerto Rico. Here, give me a card. Thank you. Dr. Marian Del Rio from Florida. Dr. Roana Abi from Nigeria. Dr. Metkel Biena from Florida. Dr. Penyo Pu from Botswana. Dr. Mahir Khan from Pennsylvania. Dr. Moin Bayat Makhtari from Toronto. Dr. Sonam Patel from North Carolina. Dr. Eliana Yap from Illinois. Dr. Oluwadamali from Oni, from Georgia, sorry. Dr. Oni. Dr. Amancia Alendi from Suriname. Give me your card. Thank you. Dr. Huma Mayedun from California. Dr. Sakshi Sharma from Ontario. Dr. Jay Singh from New Jersey. Dr. Alexandra Shapiro from New York. Dr. Dubir Siddiqui from Florida. Dr. Amanda Wynn from New York. Say your name. Dr. Vyacheslav Vatkiev from New Jersey. Dr. Katrina Kokoris from New York. Dr. Tessa Doolittle from Minnesota. Aye. Dr. Mansi Bhatt from New York. Yepov. What? Vepov. Dr. Vepov Garg from Maryland. You're very welcome. Congratulations. Dr. Jen Lummis from Oregon. Dr. Alexander Burns from California. Dr. Isabella Shaka from New Jersey. Dr. Hassan Pour Ramazani from Canada. Dr. Elliot Bell from Canada. Dr. Nishita Depa from Canada. Dr. Matthew Thomas from Arizona. Dr. Dante Kosai from Canada. Dr. Eric Ponce from California. Abdon. Dr. Abdon Lopez Torres from Puerto Rico. Dr. Javier Lira from Florida. Dr. Shane Spears from Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Justin Wisely from Michigan. Oh. Hafiz? What is it? Dr. Sarah Haffuth from Canada. Dr. Katie Fitzgerald from Colorado. Dr. Pedro Nassim from Maryland. Dr. Matthew Jones from South Carolina. Dr. Chloe Arima from Illinois. Dr. Salah Awadallah from Palestine. Dr. Tiffany White from California. Dr. Philip Avila from Illinois. Dr. Mikola Roberts from Michigan. Dr. Rachel Schooley from Oklahoma. Palmieri. Dr. Rachel Palmieri from California. How do you say it last name? Labadia.
Thank you.
Dr. Christopher Labadia from New Jersey. Dr. Samuel Steinman from Maryland. What's that? Ing. Dr. Wilson Ing from New York. Dr. Agrada Sharma from New Jersey. Dr. Madeline Boulay from Florida. Dr. Quentin Ireland from Alberta. You could come in. Dr. Logan Gonsalves from New York. What? Dr. Sade Oliver from Florida. Dr. Chloe Laval from New York. Dr. Joseph Abraham from Ohio. Dr. Deanna Mohan from Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Jessica Stegner from Missouri. Dr. John Ashton from New Jersey. Dr. Phoebe Marie Cruz from North Carolina. Dr. Mary Lockwood from Connecticut. Dr. Kennedy Lofus from Iowa. Rolfus. No, I didn't say it right. Dr. Garrison Myers from Texas. Nicolini. Yeah. Dr. Okima Nicolini from Missouri. Dr. Connor Reeves from Maryland. Dr. Divya Vaitheswaran from Georgia. Dr. Gabriela Giambanco from Arizona. Dr. Hannah Swamley from Connecticut.
I would have been there for your graduation at the Lincoln Center.
How do you say your name? Dr. Piame Jadilaka. Stumbled over that one. What's that? Munza Walida. Wow. Dr. Himantha Walayada from Idaho.
What are you going to be doing?
Dr. Shinduni Dumsanea from Maryland. Dr. Antique Patel from Ohio. Dr. Prajet Sando from Virginia. Dr. Priya Chalana from New York. Dr. Benjamin Garner from Brooklyn. Dr. Kimberly Pernuti from Florida. Dr. Jeffrey Shapiro from Colorado. Say your name for me. Dr. Samyuth Subramanian from Indiana. Dr. Sonia Kalmdar from California. Dr. Adam Learman from New Jersey. Dr. Paul Liangson from the Philippines. Dr. Niyuta Joshi. Stephanie, what is it? Padalov. Dr. Stephanie Padalov from New York. Hi. Yes. Dr. Marina Tuktuk from Palestine. Abdul Hamid Olushekun from the. Okay, Dr. Abdul Hamid. Dr. Olushekun from Osun State, Nigeria. Dr. Sammy Jules from Haiti. How do you say your name? Dr. Okosia Ayasu from Ohio. Dr. Jack Snoor from Pennsylvania. Dr. Sarah Preston from New York. Dr. Stephanie Liu from Florida. Dr. David Kim from New Jersey. Dr. Charles Lee from Maryland. Dr. Simon Lee from New York. Dr. Curtis Wong from Canada. Dr. Avrik Trong from California. Dr. Tracy Dow from California. Dr. Samuel Hale from Utah. Dr. Kara Lampher from Florida. Dr. Benjamin Frazier from Arkansas.
Hey, Benjamin, congratulations.
Say again. Dr. IBK Iden from New York. Dr. Tess Decatur from Connecticut.
Thank you.
Dr. Elizabeth Clementson from Maine. Zorinka Debelic. Dr. Zorinka Debelic from Croatia. Dr. Hannah Troyer from Georgia. Savoia. Dr. Carlo Savoia from Canada. Dr. Samuel Tan from Massachusetts. Dr. Ryan Panetti from California. Yao? Dr. Daniel Yao from Singapore. Thomas, you want me to say Thomas? Kang Trung Huang. Dr. Thomas Kang Trung Huang from Texas. Christy Ye. What? Ye. Dr. Kirsty Ye from New Jersey. I say last name.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Ung? Dr. Sean Ung from Canada. Dr. Kevin Yao from Michigan.
Hey, Kevin, congratulations.
Dr. Daniel Halpern from New York. How do you say your name? Gugandeep Samra. Dr. Gugandeep Samra from Oregon. Dr. Nathan Wong from Virginia. Yeah. Okay. Dr. Ashish Shashi Govin from California. What? Yes. Sure. Both New York and Palestine, or just Palestine? Yeah. Dr. Mohammed Twam from Palestine. Dr. Gideon Pete from New York. Dr. Parker Scott from Oklahoma. Dr. Drashti Parikh from Georgia. Malashev. Dr. Dennis Malashev from New York. Dr. Ambar Seikolets from Puerto Rico. Dr. Brian Medina from Puerto Rico. Uzma Ali. Dr. Uzma Ali from Pennsylvania. Soyashi. Dr. Soyashi Singh from Florida. Vlad Vaisband. Dr. Vlad Vaisband from New Jersey. Dr. Lauren Brannon from Pennsylvania. Dr. Crystal Marshall from Minnesota. Dr. Garrett Spindell from Michigan. Juan Higuera. Dr. Juan Higuera from Florida. Dr. Charles Sarpong from Ohio. Dr. Alexa Lawson from Louisiana. Dr. Ashay West from Jamaica. Dr. Molly Kavumbi from Uganda. Dr. Johansson Ing from California. Dr. Kathleen Sered from California. Dr. Magdalene Economov from New York. Dr. Nisha Horton from Florida. Manasa? Dr. Manasa Dandapati from New Jersey. Dr. Sahib Dillon from California. Dr. Saloni Singh from Virginia. Dr. Ibudagi from Nigeria and Scotland. Dr. Alexandra Archbold from Trinidad and Tobago. Hi. Lakshmi. Say it again? Yeah. Dr. Lakshmi Chavali from Texas. Dr. Jasmine Sidhu from California. What is it? Yeah. Dr. Apurva Malampati from New Jersey. Dr. Sarah Lewin from California. What do you want? What? Yeah, from Brooklyn. Dr. Chanel Dufresne from Brooklyn. You're welcome. Dr. Peter Herman from Canada. Maria Chaudhry. Dr. Faria Chaudhry from New York. Dr. Rabi Rabah from New York. Yes. Abood Kaliyangji. Dr. Abood Kaliyangji from Syria. Dr. Carmen Kazma from California.
Hi, Carmen. Congratulations.
Dr. Agnes Davis from California. Dr. Tin Chu from California. Dr. Grace Gilbert from New Jersey. Shake. Dr. Uruj Sheikh from Canada. Dr. Michael Sinclair from Florida. Sankhe. Dr. Rachel Sankhe from India. How do you say your first name? Talha. Dr. Tala Siddiqui from Canada. Dr. Aaron Presenti from Texas. Dr. Gurvinder Singh from California. Dr. Sana Siddiqui from New Jersey. Dr. Mohammed Rayhan from Florida. How do you say your name? Dr. Khadija Ogunfiye from Georgia. Dr. Natasha Charles from Grenada. Dr. Paul Thielu from New York. Dr. Douglas Henshaw Jr. from Virginia. Dr. Tween Yun Nancy Chow from California. Dr. Laura Cooley from California. Dr. Caitlin Smith from Tennessee. Caraban? Dr. Geraldine Caraban from Venezuela. Dr. Zaina Gawani from Florida. Tofig. Dr. Tovig Assam Swade from Michigan. Dr. Sean Selwood from Utah. Yeah, give me a card in the meantime, so I get. Dr. Maria Alejandra Monroy from Colombia. Dr. Mariam Ossie from Florida. Dr. Jasmine Amran from California. Dr. Paula Gonzalez from California. Dr. Shireen Ismail from California. How do you say your last name? Pochabit. Dr. Andrew Pochabit from Maine. Dr. Scotland Britton from Washington. Dr. Tyler Warner from Florida. What's that? Nguyen. Dr. Stephanie Nguyen from California. Suha Emil. Say it again. Abueda. Dr. Suha Emil Abueda from Michigan. Hi. Yes, please. Me. Wish me luck. Dr. Toluwani Adebayo from Texas. That was one of my better ones. Dr. Ashna Gupta from Canada. Dr. Vidisha Desai from Canada. Dr. Manushi Patel from South Carolina. How do you say your name? Dr. Tobena Mogalo from Nigeria. Dr. Kyla Adams from Canada. Dr. Amelia Prophet from Florida. What's that? Hegewald. Dr. Alexis Hegewald from the Turks and Caicos Islands. Dr. Genevieve Hughes from New Jersey. Dr. Nikolai Levinson from Ohio. Dr. Leah Rosoff from Canada. Zabala. Dr. Vanessa Zabala from Colombia. Dr. Taylor Cardwell from Georgia. Say your name. Dr. Okechukwu Nwasi from Texas. Harjeev. Dr. Harjeev Singh from Texas. Okay, so it's Ajay Banwal?
Yeah, Ajay.
Singh?
Benewal.
Binwal. Dr. Ajay Singh Benewal from Stockton, California. Dr. Sagar Singh Dal from California. Dr. Sophia G from South Korea. What is it? Talia Lito? Dr. Talia Lito from New York. Dr. Nia Mutavarapu from Florida. Yvonne Ing. Dr. Yvonne Ing from Texas. What's that? Your first name is Aduro. Odura. Dr. Joanna Aduro from Ghana. Dr. Nicholas Naria from Syria. Dr. Joyce Opara from Texas. Say your name.
I know.
Dr. Amar Amanet from New Jersey. Anumta. Dr. Anumta Contractor from New York. Maya Mills. Dr. Maya Mills from New York. Chaskaran. Yeah. Dr. Chaskaran Man from California. Dr. Bianca Chicano from New York. Dr. Karina Venya from Canada. Dr. Lawrence Doyle from Florida. How do you say Isra? Dr. Isra Katanani from New Jersey. Dr. Mohammed Katala from Egypt and New Jersey. Carolina Riveros. Carolina. Dr. Carolina Riveros from Florida.
Say 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
Thank you. Safura Satar. Dr. Safura Satar from Florida. How do you say her last name? Naimzadeh. Dr. David Naimzadeh from New York. What?
Stop backing us.
Yeah.
Could you come back again, please?
Dr. Logan Ritchie from from Virginia. Layla Hariri. Dr. Layla Hariri from New Jersey. Ghassemian. Dr. Nope. Dr. Jordan Ghassemian from Toronto, Canada. You're welcome. Oh. Dr. Spencer Hilgenfeld from Florida. Linda Imafadan. Dr. Linda Imafadan from Nigeria. Say your name. The first name is what? Yao Karanki. Oh, see. Karanchi Aji. Dr. Yao Karanchi Aji from Ghana. Rihanna Sarup. Sarup. Dr. Rihanna Sarup from Florida. Husband and wife, okay. William Bias? Bias. Husband and wife, William and Jessica Bias, and family. Dr. Chigozie Agbunia from Texas. You're welcome. Kevin Railing. Dr. Kevin Railing from New York. Dr. Christian Herbal from Connecticut. I got this one. Last but not least. And last but not least, Carl Miller from New York.
Pictures are important here. All right, congrats. Yeah. Thank you so much. For this final part of the ceremony, we would like to invite those in the audience who are physicians to please stand and join us in reciting the university's academic oath along with our graduates. You can find the oath at the back of your program. So graduates, please stand. The academic oath is a version of modified Hippocratic oath. We can always go with the original Hippocratic oath and recite it in Greek, obviously, but we'll stuck with English today. So I want you to be loud as possible. So please recite after me. I do solemnly vow to that which I will value and hold most dear, that I will honor the profession of medicine, be just and generous to its members, and help sustain them in the service to humanity. That just as I have learned from those who preceded me, so will I instruct them who those follow me in the science and the art of medicine. That I will recognize the limits of my knowledge and pursue lifelong learning to better care for the sick and to prevent illness. That I will seek the counsel of others when they are more expert, so as to fulfill my obligation to those who are entrusted me my care. That I will not withdraw from my patients in their time of need. That I will lead my life and practice my art with integrity and honor, using my power wisely. That whatsoever I shall see or hear of the lives of my patients that is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep in confidence. That in whatever house I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick, that I will maintain the sacred trust, holding myself far aloof from wrong, from corrupting, from the tempting of others to vice, that above all else I will serve the highest interest of my patients through the practice of my science and my art, that I will be an advocate for patients in need and strive for justice in the care of the sick. I now turn to my calling, promising to preserve its finest traditions with the reward of long experience in the joy of healing. I make this vow freely and upon my honor. Congratulations. Please be seated. Before we end this ceremony, I would like to make some very brief closing remarks to consider. One is a funny story that relates to Dr. Jordan that he was awarded half an hour ago. So when I interviewed for my job in St. George's University 17 years ago, I went for the interview in the anatomy department with Dr. Jordan. Dr. Jordan was not there. So I asked when the chair of the department will be here for the interview. So the administrative assistant went to the window that it was overlooking the sea over the True Blue towards Lazenpin, that side, and overlooked the sea and said maybe 20-25 minutes. I was kind of perplexed. Why she's looking on the sea? So I went to the window and I saw somebody kayaking to work from his house. And then, of course, he came up, took a shower at the dock, and they came up in the anatomy department to teach. So I said, if my chair is a person who kayaks at work, I would sign up immediately. And this, of course, we did, and we stayed here 17 years. But nevertheless, I want to remind to everybody that St. George's University is the #1 provider of physicians in the United States. And that's a very important achievement and a testament of the good work of this university. On a more serious note now, I know those are celebrated moments in your life, and we're privileged and honored to share them with you. But it's impossible to ignore the gravity of the times in which you graduate. These times presents with momentous challenges. This country and the world needs doctors not only to fight against the toxic and deadly COVID-19 pandemic, but also to fight against the toxic and deadly effects of racism. A virus, SARS-CoV-2, was brought as COVID-19, the most serious healthcare threat to the world in the last 100 years. Armed with your new MD degree, will join the ranks of thousands of physicians, including our proud SGU alumni and other healthcare workers fighting this pandemic. In joining this fight, you will need to call upon the same perseverance and commitment that carried you through 4 years of medical school. After these 4 years, you have met the overarching goals which established our graduation requirements. You have developed the competencies and medical knowledge, clinical skills, and professional behaviors necessary to take care of the sick, prevent illness, and preserve wellness. Paramount among this is the commitment to ensuring the health of the public. This commitment must now extend to dealing with inequality and racism in healthcare and society. You will need to walk into the future committed not only to science and lifelong learning to fight against the viral pandemic, but also committed to humanism, anti-racism, to fight against the toxic and deadly pandemic of racism. COVID-19 is a painful reminder of the healthcare disparities and existing healthcare practices that disproportionately disenfranchise people of color generally. Why I'm emphasizing lifelong learning now? Because up to 2 years ago, none of us had ever heard of COVID-19. Practicing physicians were never taught about this disease in medical school or in their postgraduate training. They have learned about it on the job, they have continued to learn about it every day, but while COVID-19 is new, racism is not. The toxic effect of racism are epidemic throughout the world, including the United States. They will continue to be an important challenge in the environmental culture in which you will practice. Like COVID-19 fatalities, racism expresses itself in many ways. It may limit access to healthcare, prejudice clinical decision-making, and limit outcomes for patients and desperate groups. What can we do as physicians? We must extend our traditional commitment to altruism, humanism, and lifelong learning to the fight against racism and for equal access to healthcare. The coronavirus has caused a pandemic unprecedented in our lifetime and has superimposed on the challenges of racism in our social, economic, and political structure. The untold morbidity, suffering, and socioeconomic habit conveyed by these threats needs to be met and vanquished by committed teams. We are counting on you. Millions of people will look towards your humanism and science to keep them safe. Please fight racism. I'm extremely proud. I'm extremely proud for every and each of you graduating today. It will be an honor to be my doctor at any given time. Congratulations to everyone. I will now ask Monsignor Grady to offer in the closing benediction.
In the words of King Henry VIII to each of his wives, I promise I shall not keep you long. A blessing is a hope, a wish, and a prayer. I said you have already been blessed in life. You've been blessed by family and friends. You have been blessed by your classmates and friends from St. George's. So I ask you to please stand. Raise your right hand over somebody and repeat after me. May you continue to be blessed in life. May you have a prosperous and happy ministry to the people in need. May all your patients be grateful to you for what you have done. And now repeat after me again. In the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God in heaven, we are free at last.
Please be seated. Thank you for being such a wonderful audience. Please remain seated while the Grand Marshal and Chancellor Modica lead their session out to the rear of the hall, while everyone is invited to celebrate this momentous occasion with family and friends. Please keep the aisles clear so that the graduates and faculty may exit first. Good luck and Godspeed.
end, but okay.
And we have Fine like about 20 bars later.
What's that?
The
That
Fine is
wasn't the
20
end.
bars
but
later.
okay.
I know. I don't know why I slowed down.
No.
I just
Let's
got
do
the, I got the
4.
urge.
Let's do 4.
What's
that? 4. 4.
4? Right, da-da-da,
Yes,
da-da-da,
yeah.
da-da-da.
As soon as you can. As soon as you can.
Stop vertical. No.
4. 4. 4.
It's 2 or 3 from the end.
Got it.
Ready?